You can find certain terms, certain phrases, certain words continuously linked to help you understand what they're about. So whenever we read about covenant, what do we keep reading about? Obeying his voice. They had a responsibility, not just a temple service, but to bear the ark that within it was the covenant. And a copy of it was laid next to it, this covenantal book. And so the role of the priest is to bear the ark of the covenant, to stand before Yahweh and serve him and bless his name. You have that right here in verse 8 and 9. So now you want to ask yourselves, whose role is that today? I mean, you see that going on in this country a little bit, trying to have battles over whether or not the Constitution should be established as that foundation as it was by the original founders. And so there's a lot of debates as to whether or not that should be altered. Isn't that the same thing you see happening with Scripture? All these religious belief systems that believe the Bible is relevant to their place in the world, who want to change, alter, bend, twist, pervert the Scriptures, as we talked about a couple of parts ago, the idea of perverting it, twisting it. And so those who bore the ark had a burden about establishing, planting it, nurturing it, making sure that it was maintained as the core, at the centerpiece of all this. Oh no, my Christian mindset says Yeshua is the core. Yes, he's the same thing. Don't let this talk out there, there's nonsense of people like me who teach Torah the way I do. Oh, they're not keeping Messiah as a centerpiece. Oh no, I couldn't be more the other way. I am the one who's actually trying to demand that you put Messiah at the centerpiece. Oh, you're going to get emotional, but the emotions shouldn't be driving the bus. Okay, don't let the emotions drive your car. You get emotional because first you feared, then you walked, and you saw his love. And so then you well up with your love for him, and you appreciate with tears of joy how much he cares about you, and how much it works, it blesses, keeps safe, and transforms. And that's when you start to love him. And because you love him, you want to serve him. And you want to do it with all you've got. If by any means you start to go and forget, what part of the covenant there was, how many verses? Well, we have a whole teaching on this called do not do as they do. And what did they immediately do? Come the first, second, third century, embraced everything that was being done to other mighty ones and bring it into the system. That is why you have Christmas. That is why you have Ishtar, Easter. That is why they're now incorporating Halloween. And I've had parents, when I had this little battle in another country, argue with me that, oh, but the children will be so upset and depressed. How many of you have changed over with children in your family, have changed over and stopped doing Christmas? Okay, all of you, hopefully. Now, some of you just didn't have children who didn't raise your hand. Now, when you did so, what, was it you or the children that really had the bigger problem? The adults. The children generally don't have the problem, but the adults excuse it. They say, oh, no, the children will be so upset. I got to do this for the children. Children figure this out a lot quicker than you. You're more emotionally bound to it than they are.